subscribe, tick the like button, press the bell so that if you want to watch the next video, it'll come up for you and you won't have to search for it. So, got a bit of a croaky voice today, so I'm not sure whether you're going to hear me properly. But I've been asked about where do I get these GT4 copy rams from. What I'm going to do first though is I'm going to prep them, sort them out. I'd rather see if they fit before I give the name of the manufacturer out. No problem with it until then. What do we need? Right, you don't really need this, but I do painting anyway, custom motorcycles, things like that. So I've got a heat lamp, straightforward, small spray gun, airline, little cheap compressor. The main thing with the compressor is make sure you've got no water in the tank, and also make sure your cylinder's big enough to hold enough air so that when you do your job it's not coming in all the time. You'll find mine will, but it's got enough power to carry on. What you need, first of all you need, I'll be starting with, I know some people start with 200, I don't. So 400 grit, wet and dry. I don't dry sand, I only wet sand. That is for the primer, for keying the primer into the product so that you don't get any peeling afterwards. Often people see lack of peeling off cars. This is mostly due to no keying. Keying means a slightly abrasive edge, so when the next layer goes on it's got something to bind to. After the 400, 800, 1000, and I know people will say I'm really over the top with this, but I like a glass finish. 2000 wet and dry, that stuff you hardly look like you're doing anything. Primer, now I have got primer here, but I'm not sure yet. It's a grey primer, but I've also got a tin of grey here, and I reckon I had it on the shelf, so I'll use that first. It's easier, I don't have to mess about, don't have to start the compressor. It's enough to get my first primer coats down. What else do we need? Got to remember this, you've got to have a mask on. If you're using, when I get to my clear coats, Maxi Clear Coat, it does put a beautiful glass finish on, but you've got to remember what it's made from. And a lot of these have arsenic in. Arsenic smells of almond. It smells very nice, but it doesn't do you a lot of good, as you can think, let's face it. Arsenic's not good. So then don't forget you'll need your thinners. Your thinners are for mixing with your paint to make it thinner, so it'll go through the gun easier. And also you need that also to wash all your products with afterwards, otherwise it'll just get solid and you just end up chucking everything away. What else do we need? Clean, can't emphasise this enough, everything has to be clean. Your hands need to be clean, the product needs to be clean, your pots, what you're mixing in, have to be clean. Don't forget to buy filters, because even though it's coming out of a tin and it should be clean, you only need one bit to block your gun up, and then you'll end up with a mess, and then you'll be starting again. So these are worth the weight in gold. Don't forget your filters. So, quick run through. Sorry, I'm bunged up with cold. Products, wet and dries, various, going through them. 400 keying primers in, keying your primary coating, i.e. the blue of the car. Once we've got that done, then that'll have to be smoothed down. When that's smoothed down, then we start working up to the 800. First coat of clear coat will go down on 800. Then I will cut that back, bring that back down. Once that's down and smooth, then I put another coat of clear coat on. I'll do it again. I'll put another coat of clear coat on. Then I'll start with the 2000 wet and dries. It'll look like, it should look like a complete sheet of clean glass when it's finished. That's what you're aiming at. The only problem I've got is my car doesn't look that good. So I've got a funny idea that these are going to look a lot nicer on the car than the car does. But I will sort the car anyway over winter anyway. Now, when they did these products for me, obviously that's the inner, and you've got your buttonholes. I'll come a bit closer. You've got your buttonholes where they click into. So you push these in, they go click. Now, obviously, well, it wasn't obviously able to do them in one piece. This is why I'm 3D scanning them, because I think I'm going to be able to. Wrong one. So, because of that, what they want you to do with these is you bolt these to the outer, the inner and the outer get bolted together. But there isn't enough room inside the car to leave the bolts in. So, glue right round there. Use the bolts to pull them down, like so, like that. Leave them, undo the bolts, and then we'll end up with a one piece. But I am looking at trying, because I could print that in a one piece. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to do for you. And when I print them, I'll be printing them with carbon fibre filament. So carbon fibre filament or ABS. ABS has to be printed at 135 to 145 degrees. The carbon, if it's PLA, it wants to be printed between 206 to 216, I would have thought, to get a really good bond. It depends whether I need stanchions to hold it off. I'll explain all that with the printer at a later date. So, we're just going to cut that one short, leave it there. Please subscribe, please press the bell, please comment. I'll try to explain exactly what I'm doing. I'll try to keep up with it, up to date, so that we can move on and I can show you all the stages which are required to bring these from the manufacturer to on the car and looking good. The car it's going on is a 987 Porsche 3.4S Cayman. So let's see if we can get my Porsche Cayman to look like a GT4 or a GT3. That is my aim. So, and everything's going to be colour coded. Yeah, I will show you where to get your colour coding from your car. Mine is just inside the door, driver's door. It says the colour of the car and the colour of the primer. To go with the, I go under the name of shed paint. The blue I'm using is, it's a standard shade of 2868B. It needs an extra B coat. This is the base coat. Cobalt blue, and it's Porsche 3C8. 3C8. If you've got a cobalt blue car, this is the colour. Always shake stuff well. Primer, basic grey primer. That's what Porsche use on cobalt blue. And we've got the clear. Not forgetting the water in a little spray nozzle so that you can do the wet and drying. Don't forget, I will show you, but I always put ferroliquid in that. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat with the metallic inside the cobalt blue. I ain't used this for a while. Right. Now when these get stuck, this is where bits fall in and you need your filters. But if you look at this, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. Hang on, I'll put a bit on my finger. I'm going to add a little bit of fine sparkle into my blue. I just want them a little, and I only want that along the leading edge of the ram, just to make it look slightly different. And always remember, sorry, I'm well bunged up. Always remember, if you don't like what you do, just repaint it. But I'm going to run through all of it. This might take a bit of editing, but yeah. If you need any, like I say, questions, comment, all the rest of the junk, I'll try to answer any questions. This is all going to be done by hand. I always do things by hand. The other thing you need to do, when you're painting anything, there's motorbikes, there's classic cars in this garage. So I'm not bothered about anything over there, but everything else is completely covered up, because it doesn't matter if it's primer, top coat, clear coat, glitter, it will get everywhere. So make sure I've got an infill behind there, that's covered up. We've got our motorbikes down there, they're all covered up, all separately, wrapped up like little babies for Christmas. So make sure you wrap everything up. No doubt I've got shitloads of editing to do with that. So anyway, from me to you, first stage, just run through stuff what you need. Second stage is I will start work. Thank you very much for watching.